You get to hear how they're asking very pointed questions. They definitely don't want to hear details. You can hear at the point in the conversation when they start playing stupid. It's usually the moment that they hear police, mentally ill, homeless, or no support. I make sure I get to throw all of them in there so that they know. I'm aware of their bias and how they use it against us. Talking over it, well, that's nice, but too many other people that work for your organizations, each one individually recorded. Tillamook's bad. The whole United States is bad. If someone is called mentally ill and they're alone, they're the easiest person in this whole place to do whatever the hell you want to. You also got to look at the political climate. Why is it that people play stupid? Why is it that officers, no matter what, there's always some excuse why they can't do it? I went to all the places that I was sent to. Do you think any of them actually accommodated my disabilities? No, they took advantage of them. They were only allowed to apportion a certain amount of time. And it certainly wasn't doing a goddamn thing for my rights or helping get the evidence turned in. When I'm forced to spend all of my disability money, which is not enough to take care of myself, to jump through these hoops so that I can stop the abuse I have to endure everywhere, that includes the forced poverty. Police officers that I have had to try to turn in by name have been allowed to retaliate against me for trying to turn them in. Yes, I understand that posting it on the internet allows them foreknowledge of me trying to turn it in. But they are going to sell whatever narrative that they want. And I have to make sure that my intentions are stated before I go and do something. A lot of y'all say, hey man, if you weren't such an asshole, take a look at how many calls I have made, and how many of them was I an asshole in, and what did it take for me to be an asshole? All of these people know how to play stupid when they don't want to do their jobs, every single one of them. I'm going to play one of these calls for you. Let's see if I'm smart enough to make this thing work. Beginning this video. I oftentimes go back to old recordings to show evidence that the event actually happened, that there's a lot more to it. They made this the most fucked up goddamn thing just to turn in a fucking report. I can't even safely make the report. Charlie and Tiffany didn't show up.
Disabled adults.
A lot of this is me trying to explain situations to these people. Now, no matter what I say, they've got some excuse that they always break in and cut off with and try to make it into an argument. I get abusive back. I'm not sure if you noticed. These are supposed to be fucking professionals. I believe the one that I'm looking for is addressed to a particular youngin here. Let me see. I don't find it. It's just got that youngin's name in it. He was typing at me, so I made sure that I typed back. Give me a second. Let's see. It's not waiting on Tiffany. Donna, the Seventh-day Adventist KKK lady. Having to return in Tillamook to Tillamook. Pathetic. Tillamook, Oregon, bad cops, bad services, pedophile teachers. Yeah, you guys got no idea. She served 6 hours. Let's see. Well, it would help if I could see the entire. Oh, this one might be it. Dear Grace and Spath. I hope your life is empty and that you endure the same as I. Now, do I really mean that? Absolutely not. I want him to have a tiny understanding of what this feels like. If he's going to get on my channel and type at me, you got to understand that I live in the real world, and the shit that they do, yeah, it does freak me out. Anyway, at one point I'm able to get a hold of I believe it's a Medicare or Medicaid line of some sort. Now the lady says that she can't do nothing and gives me a phone number. By the way, I called that number. It's a number that I've called that sends me to other numbers. They're all referral services. Every single one of these places, when they don't want to do their job as a mandated reporter, tells me all they are is a referral service. All they can do is do a referral. I literally can't function to do the things that I have to do to turn in these monsters. I cannot provide myself with the resources that were taken away from me by these monsters. And that's the only way that I can describe the people of Tillamook, Oregon, especially the police. And they work together. They have this racket down pat. Any homeless person who is in distress is a prophet. They know exactly how to railroad us and make it our faults somehow. As long as our evidence isn't seen, that's exactly how it appears when the only thing that they're allowed to do is, or the only thing that I'm allowed to do is maybe show up at court if they allow it. For me being illegally prevented from going to court over and over again, and for that to be used against me for the rest of my life, that's not okay. For my predators to be allowed to have court dates without me is not okay. For my predators to abuse the civil and criminal courts in order to prevent me from turning in the criminals who have physically and sexually and psychologically harmed me time and again. This is not okay. The police showed their bias, and so do all of these different lines that I have to call. They showed their bias and assumptions of who is guilty. And then they want to superimpose a story of what happened that was not true. And it's not fucking okay. It's not okay for people to talk over me and yell at me, and then when I yell back, complain like they're horribly being mistreated. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking stupid cunt. You know, every time one of these fucking pieces of shit wants to pretend like I'm yelling at them, I want to play for them actual yelling. I can play for them the N-word being yelled at me at the top of someone's fucking lungs. All of these crimes that I am telling them I have recorded, you can find them on my fucking channel. A lot of the evidence is not easy to access. For the most part, I have 2 phones and a car to work with. Not much other than that. I have people who waste my time by pretending that I'm able to do things that I can't. Like if you tell me how to do something that you know how to do and I don't, and then you just tell me to do it, and that's your idea of helping me. No, that's not fucking help. You know how to do it and I don't. If I pay you money to teach me how to do something, I'm paying you to teach me. I'm not paying you to tell me how to do something. I'm paying you to communicate with me effectively in a way that I am capable of being heard. If you don't know what the problem is, you shouldn't be giving advice. If you're going to superimpose your own assumptions of what happened, and you can tell in each of these cases, they're not assumptions. They're prepared excuses. All of these people are afraid of getting in trouble every time that they blow somebody off. They're afraid that somebody might record them and they might get into a shit ton of fucking trouble. You know how much that sucks? I had to literally hire somebody to help me to make a YouTube channel so that I could speak up about all the things that the police just talked over. And I feel bad for calling you. You haven't been a piece of shit like most of the other people from 988. Alright. I think it's the one just prior, a few of them just prior to that were pretty shitty. Fuck, what was the one with that mental health lady? See, that's the thing about, let me show you all the phone numbers I got. Alright. And I just want to let you know that the only reason that there's only this many phone numbers is because I've been sent to the same numbers over and over and over again. Instead of them trying to understand, when I tell them that I have a communication disability and that there are issues with my environment, that it's not something that I can turn off, that people do harm me over it frequently and often, and that it is ongoing, yeah, that is something they're supposed to pay attention to. I don't have the ability to get somewhere safe, and y'all don't try to understand why. Family members. It's about time people stop victimizing me. Either help me get assisted termination of life legal for me, or help me to get a stop put to the abuse. But you can't stop abuse by making the victim turn it into their abuser. That doesn't work. That results in the abuser stepping up their game. I want to say in each of these situations, some of these people, I was able to get them to at least stop and listen to some degree. At the end of the call, it's always the same, sending me off to someone else. I think this one right here is the one that starts off with people being rude when I'm making the calls. Well, I want to thank you for not being like that. That's not it. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to organize and actually prepare for this. Most of that's just little clips of my voice. When I say people don't listen, I mean they're not listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth with the intention of putting a stop to the crimes. They listen with the intention of finding an excuse not to do it, to twist it or manipulate it into a situation where they don't have to do it, or they can pawn it off on someone else. You have any idea how messed up it is that I was bullied into moving here and changing all of my stuff from Nebraska and all the expenses that that takes, while being bullied to move on somewhere else, as always? Tell you what, we'll look up one that's easy to find. Friday. Alright, right after I got done, somebody yelled some anti-LGBT stuff at me, and then pulled up next to me to start screaming and yelling and hooting and hollering and shouting. You know, these people have terrorized me for almost the whole time I've been here. They don't see it as terrorizing. They don't see it as bullying or antagonizing. They just having fun. Is that how you teach your kids to have fun here? To bully homeless people. To lie to homeless people. To antagonize homeless people. And to do it as a group. No, that's a clan thing. 64 LET. I was recording a video. 64 LET, 264 LFT. It's a silver pickup, and it is not the same one that drove by earlier saying the curse words. Alright, from the angle that I was looking at it from, I couldn't see the lights over the tires. Now, it's not Kyron Rhodes, because Kyron Rhodes has colored lights over his tires, and these people just had white lights. There was two of them in the vehicle, both of them wearing camouflage style hoodies. Or the passenger was wearing a camouflage style hoodie. And while I was making sure that I was recording and documenting the situation, they showed up again and started this. It's not the same one. Sorry, my stuff doesn't look so good. Who are you? Well, now you're on another live video. You're on here. You know what? You're on here. You're on a live video. You pulled up on me while I'm recording a live video. See, I was literally on one right now. 16 minutes. See, that's the thing. You need to stop harassing me, stop yelling racial slurs, stop yelling F words at me. Go. You ain't got no reason to bully me. You ain't got no reason to intimidate me. Now let's take a look at this vehicle right here. Whether you're a minor or not, you're committing a crime. Now get the hell out of here. Leave me alone. 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 Make me. Make me, bitch. I'm sick of this. Make me. Get out that fucking car and make me, bitch. Now you're gonna make me leave Tillamook County? You're gonna make me leave Tillamook? You're gonna make me? You wanna keep on threatening me? You wanna keep intimidating me with your little bullhorn and your little rally and your racist bullshit, you fucking coward? You learned that shit from your bitch ass mommy? Huh? Jesus Christ. Let's make sure we get his license plate number. Oh yeah, do it. This guy right here. Yep, it's 264 LET. Yes, 264 LET. Yes, Toyota Tacoma. Yes, sir. And that is the lights above the friggin' tires, so yeah, that is it. Yeah, you're just not as good. Now why is it we got these little punks in this little town think this is okay? Think that bullying people is okay? Think that being racist little shits is okay? Guess what? I will fight to the death, my LGBT friends. To the death. I will be as vocal as I have to be. I'll be as vocal as I have to be to protect my black friends. Even if that includes standing in between their assailants. So let me get it straight. No straight nothing. No straight nothing. You was anti-LGBT stuff just a minute ago. I got it recorded on my channel. Now you coming over here and harassing me, and your friends in the Toyota Tacoma, the red one, coming by and fucking calling me the N-word, and then people in the dented fucking silver car doing that bullshit too. You need to knock that shit off. You're pissed off because you got recorded being assholes. Well, maybe you shouldn't be a fucking asshole. I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me the fuck alone with that bullhorn bullshit and that fucking racist bullshit. Knock your fucking shit off. Knock it off. Knock it the fuck off. There's a reason that you're being recorded, and it's because you're a little fucking shithead. You gonna run me out of town? You gonna shoot me? You gonna beat me up? Or you gonna run your fucking mouth, you little bitch? Huh? How the hell you gonna get me out of town, motherfucker? How? By running your goddamn mouth? By being a fucking punk? Huh? That's right. At least you fucking admit it. Fucking punk ass. Jesus goddamn Christ. Running their goddamn mouths.
More anti-LGBT.
Holy fucking hell. Keep running, motherfucker. Keep going. Keep going. Keep it up. Keep it up. You like bullying people? You like harassing people? You like raping people? Really?
See, there
You're the
you
ones
go.
down there
People
on
bully
video
you, and
bragging
what do they
about
jump
raping
to?
people. You are in those videos. You. Now knock your fucking shit off, motherfucker. You're a little bitch, motherfucker. You're a fucking mouth. That's all you are. A bitch-ass little mouth, just like your mommy and daddy taught you to be. Do you like your truck? Jesus goddamn Christ. Get your fucking shit back. You're a bitch, motherfucker. You're a fucking bitch. Yeah. At least you admit it. Fucking punks. Go fuck yourself, Sean. You motherfucking faggot. Jesus goddamn Christ. Welcome to Tillamook. In the land of the free and the home of the punk-ass little bitches.
Right?
So we got another license plate of another punk. Y'all enjoying this? You having fun with it?
Let's go to another one. See, these people aren't mad at me for recording. They're mad at me for recording them breaking the law. Let's see. This one's called Misty. Misty Potter, Sean David. Misty Potter, showing I told the truth, Tillamook, Oregon. Nope. Victim left behind. Is that it? I think that's it. A lot of these people are victims themselves, which is screwed up. Misty Potter was a victim here in Oregon. She's also very familiar with Tillamook. I think this one doesn't start with their bullshit until
First thing they do when I come into view is start.
Alright, it's a little bit behind that. I think it's at like 45 minutes and something seconds. Screw it. 45:15 is what I got it stuck at. We'll try
Go
that.
fuck around. I'm gonna end this video. Misty, not gonna watch all 45 minutes. She's probably not gonna give a shit. She'll probably see the front cover of it, flip shit, and block me. Which is better than pretending to be my friend. By a lot. If you're gonna be my friend, be my friend. But if you ain't gonna help me to turn in abuse, you're not a friend. If any of them youngins out here were victimized in a serious way, do you really think I'd just stand here and watch? I'd pull out my camera, I'd start recording, and I'd make some real loud fucking noises. I've done that time and again on my channel. You can see it with your own two eyes and hear it with your own two ears. I get the attention of the predator. I get it focused on me.
Sorry about all the talking. I just didn't want to scroll
looks
through
like there are a bunch of youngins here tonight. They're not yelling. They're not screaming or shouting. Well, there they start with the N-word already. Of course they're not yelling at me. Of course they're... Alfie Templar typed, yeah, stand in line 6 feet apart, stand in doorways, don't breathe. That's right, and no cigarettes unless the lights are off and under the blankets. Them youngins are...
There's the bullhorn.
Now isn't that cute? First thing they do when I come into view is start yelling racist slurs. And then of course there's the megaphone thing. There's a whole group of them, about 6 or 7 of them over there. Fuck it, let's just take a look. We'll even zoom it in on them.
Quit fucking filming us! You know how about right to film me? Nobody's got it right. Yeah, like he's fair. Yeah!
And you think it's funny. It's entertaining to them.
Hey! You know I took her out 4 times. That was a kid's white shirt, by the way. Can you please stop filming us, sir? We do not like it. We're watching you currently. Everyone start recording him. I'm not actually gonna, but
I'm not sure if anybody notices, but I'm fine with being
I'm
recorded.
recording part of it.
So what do you think, Alfie Templar? Good quality entertainment?
Sir, I need you to stop filming the Ford Focus. It is government owned and these are 100 rights to film it. It may look reptile, it may be I love that thing. It's not even mine. Please go away. Please go away. Stop it!
Obviously. I didn't say anything to them. They started yelling. Started yelling the N-word. Well, that didn't work out too good. I wasn't filming them until they started committing crimes. Before that, I was just recording. Ugh. There's no consequences. The way the police treated me when I tried to turn this stuff in was entirely inappropriate. Now, it's one of the Medicare/Medicaid numbers that I was calling where that lady was really, really, really inappropriate. Kept on wanting to push pills over the phone. Like, oh my God, this lady is not for fucking real. There is no way this woman is for real. I had to go back and listen to it. Like, holy shit, yeah, that really fucking happened. That's the kind of shit that I have to go through. The kind of stuff that if I can't record it, people ain't gonna believe this shit. Who's gonna believe that them youngins is gonna have a KKK rally? Now, before I had the ability to record, or when I actually tried to trust and believe people and not record and believe that they were gonna, of course, keep their word, tell the truth, come forward. What did they do? They procrastinated. And when I spoke up, they wanted to get angry with me as if I'd done some sort of a horrible thing by speaking up. How dare I speak up? How dare I tell their secrets? Oh boy, a lot of them were surprised to find that after claiming that I slandered them by giving out their secrets. You gave out our secrets, Sean. No, I fucking didn't. I told the truth. Who's gonna believe that a bunch of racist youth are gonna call me the N-word? Girls did this here in Tillamook. And then you get to hear that boy on the bullhorn saying, we're not saying anything racist. If I'd have just spoken out on YouTube and Facebook, that would be one thing. But I recorded evidence of these interactions and I posted them on YouTube and Facebook. You get to see why I can't function. You get to see how serious people really take it. When you're being abused, it needs to be turned in right away, and you need a friend or family member to go in with you so you're not bullshit talked over, disrespected, and lied to. It's assumed that a friend or family member would care about you enough to actually listen to what you have to say. Me and my family don't talk. My mother protects child molesters and rapists. Are you out of your fucking mind? My mom says a liar is worse than a murderer. Well, I would have to agree with her that she is worse than a murderer. It's the black sheep of the family that's the honest one. Who's the black sheep in my family? Me. I'm the most honest. But people don't care about honesty. You get to see in the courts how it's all about slandering a person to prevent any evidence from coming in. And all of this is dependent upon the police to do their job at some point. All of these other agencies that I'm sent to all send me back to the police who won't do their jobs. The point is that the police won't do their jobs. The police aren't going to do their jobs for a homeless person. They will make every excuse. And when we have to turn it in, we're not going to be allowed the resources. If we're disabled and we tell them about our disabilities because they're supposed to accommodate them, they're going to, rather than accommodate them, take advantage of them. And that's not okay. As far as the mandated reporter laws, as well as who's allowed to investigate, these people aren't allowed to investigate anything after I try to turn them in. They're not allowed to show back up and harm me again. But by preventing me from having a safe place to actually turn it in, and by refusing to investigate when they were there at the crime scene, when it happened, knowing that it was recorded, but you also get to see how those officers started off screwing up. They'd already broken the law. You also get to hear from many, many other people on my channel who are witnesses to many of those situations, and the police would not do anything to talk to any of the other witnesses, not a single one. So I have to beg the witnesses to go in with me so that I'm not talked over. And listen to how many people in this town tell me it won't do any good. Dude, they have this town on lockdown. They own the place. You can't go into a establishment, church, law enforcement agency. You can't go anywhere. Someone calling himself the creature typed, "Hello, hello." Yeah, why are you demanding attention? I'm trying to get help here. I'm trying to explain what's going on. I got more videos of hate and discontent from people all over the nation. People getting angry with me because they were recorded committing crimes against at-risk adults or children. Some of them all I can do is speak up about because the evidence is buried and I don't have access to it, despite the fact that it's in my vehicle with me. That's because I'm stuck in public where I can't function and I'm going to have communication difficulties. It makes it easy to talk over, and you get to hear how each one of these different agencies already has prepared excuses. They already know how to talk over a victim. They're professionals. Now, this isn't the end of it. In this one, they wanted to call me a rapist and a pedophile and shit like that, too. Really? Who? Who? Who's my supposed victim? I want to know. Let's see. Calling the Medicare ombudsman to talk to the boss. I'll likely get bullied. This is the one that I made after the one that the lady bullied me from the Medicare and Medicaid. I'll show you that it exists. You guys can type it in there. Again, it's called Calling the Medicare Ombudsman to Talk to the Boss, period. I'll likely get bullied, period. Tillamook, and then you type Sean David. It probably says Tillamook corruption, because that's what I'm dealing with. Let's see. Finding the right video among all these is a pain in the ass. People are angry at me because when they commit crimes against me, I'm vocal about it.
It's one of those, it's actually for, come on guys, why are you doing that? Put the cheese back.
Is he the one that does it, or is it them?
No, it's them. I mean both now, really.
Alright, so you got to hear the one here in Tillamook, a couple of them. There's dozens, but you got to hear a couple of them. Here's one from the next county over. I'm told, oh, well, you got to go to the next county over and try to turn it in there. Well, no, they won't allow that. See.
To me and started harassing me and cursing at me.
It took me a minute to
It took
get
me
it
a minute
started.
to get this thing going. I need help. I need help. This kind of harassment. This man pulled over. He's in the road. He pulled over in the road to harass me and started yelling at me and accusing me of harassing people and telling me to get out of this town. Telling me I needed to leave this town and he's going to run me out of this town. You need to run out of town right now. You hear me? You hear that right there? He's still doing this. You need to run away. You need to go away. You hearing this? He's trying to bully me and harass me and intimidate me into leaving. This is not okay. He is trying to bully me and harass me, same as the police. He needs to stop. You need to stop, motherfucker. You hear this? He's cursing at me and bullying me and berating me, and I'm going to get his license plate.
Now, I start off talking nice. These people all start off talking like, well, assholes. I start off nicely. I start off diplomatically. I start off peacefully. And people don't like that? Well, that's their problem. At least I tried to do it the right way. When I'm bullied for trying to do it the right way, when I'm threatened and harassed, even assaulted for trying to turn in my predators the right way, this isn't an acceptable way to treat a human being.
Number. His license plate number, he's got a red
Now, he
passport.
started off threatening me, and then he was harassing
License
me
plate
about
number
filming and harassing me about
975.
having a
And he
YouTube
is
channel.
threatening me with violence. No, I'm telling you. He is threatening me with violence.
Hey, see,
Right now, you need to get the fuck
right
out
there,
of this town.
there's no way
You
for me
hear
to step
this?
over that curb, not with my
This
injuries.
man will not stop harassing me.
And then this guy
He pulled
blocks
over
me
to
in.
harass me, and now he's threatening
won't
me and
stop yelling
intimidating
at
me.
me.
He is wanting to get
And
his
then
voice
he
heard
wants
after
to
he
talk
pulled
nice
over to
after starting
threaten
off
me.
being a dick. That's
To
exactly the
threaten
way I
me.
treated his last
And
time
now he
young
wants to
lady,
call
didn't he?
names. All right, I did not ask for this. I did not.
This morning, I gave the 911 operators a tiny taste of what I have to go through. People showing up and screaming and yelling and being hateful. I recorded them being hateful and sexist and, of course, racist and yelling at me. They're angry because I recorded them bullying. Huh. Poor them. If I don't record it, I'm treated like it didn't happen. If I do record it, how do I get treated? Like I'm a bad person for recording it. Police officers say, well, maybe you shouldn't record it. Excuse me. If I don't record it, you say, well, you should have recorded it. Or when I tell you, hey, I had recordings, you tell me, oh, you didn't record the start of it. Most of these crimes start either in the middle of me recording a video or while I'm trying to charge up my phone. In between telephone call after telephone call, because this shit happens everywhere I go. If I speak up, people are angry that I speak up. But I show the truth. Then when they realize that they've been recorded and the stuff they were wanting to pretend was slander after the fact came out of their mouths and they fucking know it. When they see the words that they wanted to claim or slander typed at me from them, from their phone numbers, from their Facebook messengers, but they won't look at this shit. And of course, I have male genitalia, so it's all my fault anyway, right?
Ask for this. You asked for this? This guy right here will not leave me alone. I did nothing to him, but he is down here harassing me. Get away from me. Get away from me. You are...
See, now this is how women operate.
they'll have someone else harass you for them. The day before this, I was harassed by the police. Meanwhile, I hadn't done anything wrong. The police had, and the people at First Steps had. I'm allowed to speak up about that, and about how wrong it is. And about how, even though people's great and wonderful ideas of what I should be doing include shooting people and blowing shit up and lighting stuff on fire, I'd rather turn it in, and all of my efforts have been to try to turn it in. All of them. But when mandated reporters don't want to do their jobs, and when police officers come and sell false narratives that get you hurt or injured or killed, and denied resources for certain, and then those very same officers' department come back and harass me for First Steps. Shit, I hadn't been there since the day that I talked to him about that officer and made sure I got his name. That way, I could go down to the police department and try to get that paperwork as soon as I got money. But then you also get to see how I was bullied over and over again by the police there. How's this really going to work? It is bullying when they're using this as a tactic to retaliate against me for speaking up. If I'm not able to record it, they pretend that it didn't happen and then make it impossible to get the recording. I'm supposed to go to people who bully me to try to get evidence from them, and then you want me to pay them for it? I don't have the money.
Making it unsafe. You are threatening me and harassing me. I feel unsafe, 100%. You just got out of your vehicle after threatening to assault me. Back up.
I threatened to assault you.
Back up.
When did I threaten to assault
You
you?
also said you was going to run me out of town. Back away
I
from my
said you need to
vehicle.
get the fuck
Back
out.
away. You're going to make me.
No.
Are you going to make me leave?
You've been harassing people.
I have not harassed anyone.
Right.
I have not. Back up. Leave me alone.
You have been.
Leave me
This is
alone.
on
Back up.
library
Stop
property, by
harassing
the
me.
way.
Leave me alone. Back up. Stop harassing me. Back up. Back up. Leave me alone. Back up. Leave me alone. Nobody asked you to stop and harass me. Go away and leave me alone.
And you see, the
Go
same
away.
stuff.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Accusing me of being a
Leave me
homosexual,
alone.
accusing me of
Stop
being a pedophile
harassing
or a
me.
rapist,
Stop
and
cursing
accusing
at
me of being a murderer.
Stop. Leave me
Over and over
alone.
again. This is how these fucking
Leave me
rednecks
alone.
think. And of course, then it's the you need to go to a mental institution when they're the ones being abusive. Are you fucking kidding me? Meanwhile, I'm stuck in public
Leave me
taking this
alone.
abuse.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You go back over there and video anything right now?
I'll video
Leave me
whatever the fuck I
alone.
want.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
What kind of fucking douchebag are you?
Leave me alone.
Why would I want to leave you?
Leave me alone. 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 VRY. I didn't catch the last part of it, but
Oh, I got it written down. Yeah. But having a safe place to sit down and write out the report and actually get the information, actually go to the video and have a place where I can sit down and write it down. Meanwhile, yeah, I have nerve damage in my right wrist from Officer Waylon Lolatai's assault. It's difficult for me to hold a pencil or a pen or anything like that. It hurts. How did I start off this morning with 911? I started off the way that this guy did. By yelling at him right off the bat. Get it right out there, out in the open, that I am capable. So they are well aware right from the very start what yelling and screaming at them actually sounds like.
When people say, "Did you go to the police?"
I couldn't. I tried. I have evidence that I tried.
But also, whenever I try to do the things that I'm told to try, I'm bullied for trying. When you do wrong shit and you get recorded doing wrong shit and you want to play victim, what are all these people preying on? That they have a safe place. They have rights. Oh, well, I'll just victimize somebody. As a mandated reporter, I'll refuse to do my job. And then I'll have them trespassed. Oh, I'm afraid. You're afraid of what? A $2,000 fine to start off with. But then you abuse your authority and your position as a mandated reporter, as well as your position as an advocate for disabled people, specifically autistic people. Yeah, those ladies there, 8 days prior to this. This is July 13th of this year. I was in Morrington to get away from a predator from Hood River who stalked me here. No matter what, they use this jurisdictional bullshit to prevent me from turning in my predators. Why didn't you turn it in Hood River? Because in Hood River, they don't take statements from homeless people either. They send us through a gamut of fucking bullshit. Same as anywhere else. They just want you to move on, move on. How dare you steal their resources? No, these are our resources. Now, is this Piggly Wiggly piece of shit from the sheriff's department gonna call me back? No. Obviously fucking not. They want to call only from restricted numbers, or nearly only from restricted numbers. They want to talk over the victim. I am the victim. I am the victim. And they refuse to acknowledge me as a victim until I can get the police department, apparently, to acknowledge that they victimized me. But they're not going to fucking do that. I can't go to the hospital because we have an unresolved issue of mandated reporters. They're not doing their job. There was no reason for them to antagonize me or for Dr. Stephan L. Stephanides to assault me multiple times. It was not necessary. It was not necessary for them to bully me and treat me like a goddamn addict from moment one through the fucking door. I can't communicate properly because you won't stop being disrespectful shits and talking over me. You get bored. I fucking get it. And I've been abused so many times that you want to pretend that it's bullshit. That's why I fucking record it. And yes, I've committed crimes to protect children. You can kiss my ass if you want to bitch about that. By the way, the one I just played was in Morrington. I also went and told the staff there like I was supposed to.
It's bullying. This isn't just standard bullying. These are people with power bullying and working together to make sure the victim of their bullying is never heard. Here's one with a Warrington officer.
Oregon law enforcement. Warrington. So, yeah, July 15th, that was yesterday. So let's see what happens here.
Now let's get the telephone here.
I was over at the Warrington Police Department and try to get the paperwork that was necessary.
Might take us right to
Body cameras for Holloway.
See if we can make the video bigger so we can actually read what it says so we know the name of that video.
click on the live video here.
Not going to do that.
You're Officer McCoy.
Having to travel for hours to get nowhere.
I'm not too good, but I definitely figured I had to come down here and get the information that I need to turn in the officers who have been committing crimes against me, as well as the situation at the place there.
Astoria Police Department.
Yeah, I left Mr. Nice Guy. I also recorded the situation. I don't know what I did to Mr. Nice Guy, but I walked in this morning. The lady, she said to me, well, she looked at my ID and she said, sorry, I can't serve you, and I left.
Now, he sounded pretty nice there,
Well,
right?
that's the thing about refusing police to harass me. I know people don't like me recording and telling the truth, but I am recording live on YouTube right now. I do. I'd like to get your card and also her card as well. I'd like another one. Are you sure you've given it to me?
Now, I look back, he didn't give me his card, and she didn't give me her card either. See, that's the thing. They are required to do that. They're required to give me their names, and they didn't. At least McCoy's was, well, a lot of officers they literally put their hands over their name tags. This guy didn't do that.
I would like another
Now,
one.
they're real fond of saying stuff that's on video, but the thing is, they make it impossible to get the video. You have to suck the sheriff's whatever in order to get it.
For Clark, what's her name?
There's another officer with it.
Your name's Officer McCoy. All right. This is Officer McCoy. This is Officer McCoy, and is your office open today? But in order to turn you guys in and do it properly, I have to do it on paper, and I have to know who I get into. The way that I've been treated the last few times that I've called this in to meet with someone, and I am unsafe now because of you guys not doing.
Now, here's the thing, is that they also had one of the occasions where I called them where they wanted
This
to give
is
me
the same day as that guy
They always
yelling
do
at me,
this
by the
when the
way.
investigator is going to be on vacation tomorrow, or they're off for 2 days, or it's their Friday, and then this one it is, of course, on the weekend. And we get to deal with a lot of this BS. They postpone it till the
Hello?
weekend, or postpone everything until
They hung
Friday
up.
evening, 3:30 or later. Somebody comes and talks to you and says they can't do anything because it's the weekend. And then you're stuck for the weekend. Any abuse you take, you just got to take.
Your jobs, and because of you guys not doing your jobs,
Also, I want to state that these people not following proper safety calls when it comes to safety protocols, when it comes to somebody's number, especially if they're in a dangerous situation, especially if they're stuck in public. It is probably unsafe to just blurt out their number. And when you go out of your way to do that,